Hello, people of the internet. Welcome to another episode of the WWE Fantasy Log.
As you can tell, we haven't renamed it yet. We haven't had a chance to talk to Tiff.
Yes, we will, though. Besides, it is still December.
True.
So we're okay for the moment. If anything changes, we will let you know. Yes, he has a Hardy shirt. Anyway, this week's a little bit shorter. Everything is pre-taped because it was Christmas week, and WWE decided not to be an asshole like last year and make their talent work on Christmas.
No, you only really had to work if you had a dick. I don't know if you noticed, but with SmackDown, no women's matches at all.
Interesting.
The only women that were there to accompany their men.
Yeah, well, either way, it was pre-taped, so.
Which would make sense because they'd want to be with their husbands for, Christmas. Because, Naomi was there, obviously, for the Usos, and Lana was there for Rusev, so, yeah. And Selena Vega was there for Andrade.
Yep.
And Carmella was there for Truth because joke.
Yeah.
That's it. There was literally no women's competition on SmackDown, which I was like, really?
Yeah. Anywho, so yeah, there was no 205 Live this week. It was just a clip show.
Mm-hmm.
Because I guess somebody in the 205 Live writing room watched Power Rangers and was like, hey, that's a great idea for a Christmas episode.
You know why there was no 205 Live?
Why?
They were all on Raw and SmackDown. Did you not see all the promos on Raw where half of it was the Cruiserweight division?
Fair enough.
And, of course, Mustafa Ali is now doing double duty between 205 Live and SmackDown, so he had a match on SmackDown.
Right. Anyway, so we're just going to cover Raw and SmackDown per the usual. There won't be a 205 Live, so this will be a slightly shorter than average video.
Absolutely.
So let me open up the documents that we require for this little program. Probably should have done that beforehand. My bad, folks.
Also, in case you're wondering why it's Sunday and not Saturday, Tiff was sick yesterday and was unable to get the scoring done until today, so that's why we're doing it today.
Yes, also the fact that I had been up since like 7 o'clock in the morning and I was half asleep and dead, so.
I feel your pain. I too had to work yesterday.
Yep. Anyway, let's go ahead and
that's why I didn't reply to you yesterday, because I came home and passed the fuck out.
And that's fair enough. Anyway, let us go ahead and fire up the screen share. Where's my screen share button? Here we go. Screen share document. All right. Share that to everybody. Then to everyone. Okay. So as you can see here, currently in the lead, with a nice healthy lead, is Jeff's team, the extremely legit Yes Movement, at 656. Followed by me, followed by the Big Dogs Club at 334, and the Ready Last Kickers clocking it at 309.
Well, let's see. No 205 Live this week. Tiff gets a championship retention. You get a new championship and main event win. So, yeah, that's about to change. Of course, I got the main event of Raw.
I want a title.
Freaking Rollins.
I want a title?
Rusev won the U.S. title, remember?
Oh, yeah.
You're the U.S. champ now, buddy. You're also the main event. Because that was the main event match.
Rusev Machka. Anyway.
Well, according to Tiff, assuming her score is correct, that is how he won.
Yeah, cool.
The Machka kick.
Nice. Leaderboards. The Brian Kendrick up top at number 69 off of a face turn.
Yeah, that's not happening. Natalia's going to be number 1 off of that awesome match.
Yeah, followed by Natalya is number 2 at 67. Asuka, the SmackDown Women's Champion, coming in at 64. Intercontinental Champion Dean Ambrose at 51. Kira Tozawa's at 46, followed by Kurt Angle at 44. Dash Wilder of the Revival's in at 39, followed by Drew Gulak of the Cruiserweight Division at 38, who is tied with both Lio Rush and Mustafa Ali. Following them up would be AJ Styles at 37 and Hideo Itami at 36.
Well, considering Mustafa Ali is the only one of that entire group that did anything this week, I think he's going to bypass all of them.
Probably. Let's go to the show.
Let's go to the show. Monday Night Raw.
Correct, sir. Let me copy over this link here. Just an FYI for tonight, folks, we're taking our recaps off of CagesideSeats.com because Raja has a bad habit of doing a slapdash early job on pre-taped shows for some reason.
You blame them? It's the holiday season. You think they want to work?
No, but come on.
They take the Vince McMahon approach.
Fair enough. All right. So, of course, December 24th, the Christmas Eve Raw that I completely forgot to watch because I was distracted with the whole being Christmas Eve thing.
Oh, by the way.
Yep.
I know we don't do the news really anymore, but this one I think bears mentioning.
Okay.
So apparently, AEW?
Yes, vaguely.
With the All Elite Wrestling or whatever, Cody's promotion.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently, Impact tried to bid themselves to AEW, and Cody said, "I don't want your piece of shit company." So now they still kind of want to go over there, but now because they realize they're stuck with the sinking ship that is Impact, they decided to literally pull a Vince McMahon.
Okay.
2019 apparently is now going to be the Attitude Era for Impact.
Alrighty then.
Because apparently it's going to be sexier and more hardcore.
Okay then.
So yeah, get ready for tits, ass, and barbed wire over in Canada.
Good to know.
Yeah, Impact is kind of going down the shitter.
We knew this. Anyway, let's go ahead and kick this off. So we opened up apparently with a Raw themed rewrite of A Visit from St. Nicholas.
All right.
And then we open up with Elias.
Who wants to walk with Elias? Does he still say that?
Yes, he does.
Excellent.
He plays a few bars on his guitar before going into a spiel about people walking with Elias and such. Says it's fitting that he's opening up the Christmas Eve Raw because at this time of year there are 3 truths that follow everyone. Peace on earth.
Mm-hmm.
Goodwill to your fellow man.
Okay.
And that WWE stands for...
Totally a face promo. Nice.
Walk with Elias.
He's not wrong.
He then says he's going to give everybody tonight the gift of beating and humiliating Bobby Lashley.
Yay.
But first, he has the greatest gift, an Elias Christmas song.
Yay.
He then sings his Christmas song, which is about how children can be annoying, but not as annoying as Leo Rush.
Okay.
And that his Christmas wish is for Bobby Lashley to go missing.
Ha.
And he then goes back to what has been his recurrent chorus of the last few weeks. Bobby Lashley sucks. Bobby Lashley sucks.
Okay, then.
All right, so.
You reckon Elias's face turn has caused his album sales to skyrocket?
That does not surprise me. Anyway, Bobby Lashley and Leo Rush make their entrance. And we are informed that Lashley will be facing Elias in the traditional annual Miracle on 34th Street fight.
Did they make it better, or is it same shit as last year?
It's random weapons and presents.
Right, as it usually is.
Yeah, so anyway, we'll start things off. Lashley takes control early on. He smashes Elias into some turnbuckles, clubbing blows, some boots, the usual. Elias finally manages to get up and onto the apron as he gets whipped, but he gets clobbered down with a forearm. Lashley then grabs a platter with a Christmas tree on it, but as he turns around to hit Elias, Elias hits him with an actual Christmas tree.
Okay, then. A small Christmas tree, I assume.
I'm assuming so. He hits him with a tree over and over several times. Then follows up with some chops and a clothesline.
Okay.
Elias then reaches into a present to pull out the traditional candy Singapore cane.
Okay.
Leo Rush jumps in and takes it away from Elias, and Lashley attempts a spear, but Elias dodges the spear, and Lashley instead spears the steel stairs.
Ow. I thought you were
Yeah.
going to say he spears Leo Rush, but okay.
No, he speared the steel stairs.
Okay.
And that sends us to a commercial.
He speared the steel steps so hard that the production truck went to commercial.
Yeah. Anyway, so we come back from it, and the gentlemen are trading strikes in the ring. And Lashley grabs Nez and nails a reverse STO and gets himself a little breathing room. He mounts to go for some punches, and then steps down for the punches long enough for Leo Rush to run up and nail Elias for the final hour.
Okay, then.
Lashley plants a chokeslam and then shows off his ass to the camera.
Okay, then.
And he then throws Elias out to the floor.
He didn't pin him after the final hour?
No.
What an idiot.
So anyway, Lashley goes outside and literally steps on Elias's neck, apparently.
Ow.
And then rams him into the barricade. He then slams Elias into some presents that he arranged.
Okay.
Throws him back in the ring, elbows, boot. Overhead belly to belly. Leo Rush then passes Bobby Lashley a gift, which he then opens and dumps out in the ring, and it is full of Legos.
Oh, no.
And I do appreciate the recapper, the traditional recapper over here on Cage Side Seats, who notes in all capital letters, and the Lego Death Match has come to WWE, my friends. And of course, after some back and forth between the two men, it's Lashley that eats a forearm and gets slammed onto the Legos.
Mm-hmm.
He staggers to his feet and chases Elias outside the ring, but gets a face full of fire extinguisher. The spray, not the actual extinguisher.
Mm-hmm.
They get back into ring, and let's see. I'm trying to figure out who did this. Somebody went off the ropes and knocked Leo Rush off the apron, and he went through a table.
Okay, then.
I'm not sure who knocked him off the ropes and sent him through a table. I'm assuming it was Elias, but I don't know for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Because Lashley was stunned by the fire extinguisher. He might have done it accidentally. I don't know. But I'm going to say it's Elias.
Fair.
Anyway. Let's see. Next day is a knee to the face, a fire extinguisher shot. Elias then gets a bowling ball out of one of the presents. Lashley is down on the ground at this point, and Elias bowls the bowling ball into his balls.
Ow.
Elias then rips into another present and pulls out a cello.
Okay.
He then bashes Bobby Lashley over the back with said cello and then pins him.
Fair.
Following the match, he goes over and feeds the half-unconscious Leo Rush some cookies and then dumps a bowl of eggnog on him.
Okay, then.
So there you go.
Welcome to being a heel manager, Leo Rush.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, then.
So we'll go ahead and do the scores here. Let's see. So we're going to start off. Ironically, in the course of all that, Elias didn't actually use any moves.
Of course not. It's a street fight.
Yeah. So Elias will not get any move points, but he will get many weapon points.
Indeed.
He's going to get 5 points for being in a match and 3 for being in a specialty. Well, we'll do Lashley first. Get to Elias in a minute. Lashley gets 1 move because he did hit that over-the-head belly-to-belly suplex.
Mm-hmm.
So Lashley will get 1 move for that. Let's see. Did he actually get to use any of the weapons, or they keep getting taken away? Because he poured the Legos out but didn't get to use them. I think that was the only thing that he actually touched.
Yeah.
So, fair enough. So then Lashley will get 5 points for being in a match, 3 for a specialty, and 1 for his move is 9 points to Lashley.
Wait, since you don't know who put Leo Rush through a table, who gets putting Leo Rush through a table points?
I'm giving them to Elias because I'm assuming it was him.
Fair.
I'm assuming it would have been a bigger deal in the recap if Lashley had knocked his own manager through a table.
True.
That's going to put Lashley at 14 points. Leo Rush is going to get himself 5 accompaniment points. He's going to get 6 interference points, is 11.
1 for the final hour.
1 for the final hour is 12. And I think that's about it because I think he just handed Lashley weapons. I don't think he actually used any.
Did he use the Singapore candy cane that he took from Elias?
No, he gave it to Lashley and Lashley used it.
So Lashley would get points for using that?
So no, Elias had it. Leo Rush took it. Then Lashley speared the steps so hard it went to commercial and we never saw it get used.
Fair. Okay, then. So 12 points to Leo Rush.
Yes, quite. All right, so let's go down to Leo Rush. Just going to put Leo Rush in at even 50.
All right.
And then Elias is going to get 20 points for winning this match, 10 for winning a specialty match is 30. These 8 for being in a regular and specialty match is going to put him at 38.
Damn.
And let's see here.
A whole boatload of weapon points.
Yeah, let's see, that's 38. And Lashley used, let's see here.
Elias.
Elias, sorry. Let's see. Elias used what? Used a Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm.
He used the Legos.
Did Elias actually get to use the candy cane before it was taken from him?
He did not. So
and technically, did he use the Legos? Didn't he use Lashley on the Legos?
That is true. I guess technically that would not count based on my preset rules, so fair enough. So then it's a Christmas tree. Let's see. It's a Christmas tree. It's a fire extinguisher. It's a bowling ball.
He put Leo Rush through a table.
Yeah, we'll add that in a minute. It's a cello.
Cookies and
cookies and eggnog post-match. That's 6 weapons at 3 each is going to be 18 points for that, plus 5 for the table spot is going to be 23 weapon points.
Mm-hmm.
On top of, what did he already have? 38?
Mm-hmm.
So 23 puts him at, let's see, 58. 61 points to Elias.
Jesus Christ. Apparently the point gods want to walk with Elias.
Yeah. At 7 puts Elias at 68 points. And if my memory serves correctly, the lead.
For now.
For the moment. Back to the program.
Mm-hmm.
Recap of the Ask Us opening segment. Promises of things to come. Commercial. We come back to a commercial to a Heath Slater promo.
I need this job. I got kids.
Yeah, and he states that his wish this year is for his best friend Rhino to have his job back on Raw.
Yeah, because Heath Slater has been rehired as talent as opposed to ref.
Yep. So that's a 5 promo points to Heath Slater. All right. Following this, we go to the ring for a WWE Tag Team Championship match.
Oh.
Raw Tag Team Championship match, in which Bobby Roode and Chad Gable will be defending their titles against the Revival.
I assume they succeeded.
They did succeed.
Fair.
Yeah, truly told, Revival didn't do much because Revival really doesn't have any, neither of them really have any singles moves.
Fair. Or if they do, we don't know what they are.
Yeah, exactly. All their entire shtick is their double team moves, and they did not sufficiently hit any, as far as I can tell, except for a double team hot shot that's not an actual signature.
Fair.
Although I am rather impressed at whatever this is.
Okay.
I'd like to know this. So let's see here. I'm trying to think exactly how this went down, but I'm seeing double whip into a stinger splash and a poetry in motion monkey flip.
So He jumps off, and instead of doing a whisper in the wind, he jumps straight at him and then pulls back into a monkey flip.
That's what it sounds like.
Can we get that for our tag team finisher?
I would like that very much. I'll have to go double check and see if that's in the game. I don't know what you would call that, but
if it was, yeah, I would have taken it. Come on, a double team finisher with a monkey flip. You don't think I would have taken that?
that's true. Well, anyway, so really, basically, Dash and Dawson get 5 points each for showing up on Raw and getting some airtime.
Was that a Revival finisher? Or a Revival tag team move, that one?
That's what I had trouble figuring out, because it says, okay, Dash reversed a wrist lock and tags in Dawson. Rude with a kick, a chop, and a tag to Gable. More chops, then double whip into Stinger Splash and Poetry in Motion Monkey Flip. And then a near fall.
Because I don't think Rude and Gable are nearly athletic enough to pull off the Poetry in Motion Monkey Flip.
I think Chad Gable is, if he went off of Rude.
Maybe, but I don't know. It seems more something like the Revival would do, but okay, fair enough.
Chad then applied an armbar kneeling into it, so it sounds like Chad had the fall and then applied an armbar when he didn't get it, so.
Fair. That's damn. Okay.
We'll check the video later.
Okay.
So yeah, in the meantime, a lot of back and forth moves. It was a good match. Kicks, uppercuts. Gable applies the rope-assisted armbar at one point. There's a Chaos Theory connects, but unfortunately Dawson breaks up the pin to save Dash.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole thing ends when there is a jackknife from Gable is reversed into a backslide attempt, reversed again. Wilder tags in and gets an uppercut German suplex into a bridging pin. Rude grabs a save on that. And then as they go for an assisted suplex, Bobby Roode with another save, and Chad manages to reverse an assisted suplex into a pinfall small package.
Mm-hmm.
Thus retaining the belts for the champs. So Chad get the pinfall here. So therefore, Bobby Roode is going to get 5 points for being in this match.
You're not going to do the losers first?
Did I already do the losers?
You just finished recapping the match, as far as I can tell.
Okay, fair enough. I did say they got 5 points each, and distracted me on the move thing, so I never gave them the points. Fair enough. That's going to be 44 for Dash. And then Scott Dawson here. He's going to get 5 points. It's going to put him at 29. All right. Anyway, Bobby Roode, as I was saying.
Yes, Bobby Roode.
Bobby Roode is going to get 15 points for being on the winning team. He's going to get 15 points for a tag title retention, is 30. He's going to get 5 for being in the match, is 35. And he's going to get 2 moves, is 37 points to Bobby Roode.
Okay.
47 puts him at an even 50. Chad Gable is going to get 20 points for winning the match. 15 on the title retention is 35. 5 for competing is 40. And how many moves did you have? He had 3 moves, so 43 points to Chad Gable.
Total of 57 points to Chad Gable.
353.
57.
Yep. Okay. So fair enough. Moving along.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. However, apparently, I guess we're going to play this game. It's worth noting that Scott Dawson got pinned on that package, but his commentary pointed out afterward he wasn't the legal man.
Oh.
Because Wilder had made the tag shortly before this combination happened. So there will likely be some complaining controversy this week, and the Revival getting a rematch.
Doesn't that go against what Stephanie McMahon said of the fact that rematches are no longer a thing?
No, they said contractually obligated rematches are no longer a thing.
Oh.
This isn't contractually obligated. They weren't the champs. They have a legit concern that, hey, we were in this match. The ref countered a non-legal pinfall. That's not our fault.
Mm-hmm. Well, who are they going to complain to?
The McMahons.
Oh.
Any
of
them.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, well. Shane will give him a match.
Shane has the least power on Raw. You know this.
I know, but as they said, the 4 of them are collectively running the show now.
Hmm. All right, then. Moving on.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's see here. We hype up the rest of the night, throw to a commercial, and we come back from the commercial to the Lucha House Party.
Lucha, Lucha.
And they have a discussion about what they're going to ask Lucha Claus to bring them for Christmas.
Rey Mysterio?
It'd be nice. So Lucha House Party is going to get a promo there. Also, Kurt Hawkins, we go right into Kurt Hawkins getting to do one where it takes him a minute and some people prodding from off camera for him to say that he wants Santa to give him a win.
Yeah.
And then No Way Jose chimes in, says that he wants to give Santa a gift. And he enumerates all the things he's going to need to take the WWE Universe to the North Pole to make that happen.
Okay, then.
I think he's going to conga his way there.
Okay, then.
So that's promos for the Lucha House Party, Kurt Hawkins, and No Way Jose. Let's see. Kurt Hawkins gets his first points this season, 5 points. And let's see. We've got Grand Metal Leak. We got 5 points, puts him at 10. We've got Lince Dorado, 5 points, puts him at 14. We've got Kalisto, puts him at 14. And we've got No Way Jose. We'll get his first points at 5. All right. Rolling along.
Hawkins his points?
I did give Kurt Hawkins his points. I did him first.
Oh, okay.
Moving along, we segue into that video package hyping up all the new NXT people that are coming up. We then cut to Dolph Ziggler, who has one of those cell phone promos.
Okay.
And he enumerates the things that he wants, that he deserves for Christmas. They include Shane McMahon handing him the Best in the World trophy, his own Netflix special, and proof that he's just that damn good.
Wow. He's got balls.
So, promo to Dolph Ziggler.
He's got balls.
Apparently.
To call Triple H out like that takes balls, dude.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
Anyway, so Drew McIntyre makes his entrance, and he proceeds to cut a promo from the ring.
Okay.
We also, in the intervening time frame, get a vignette advertising that Kevin Owens is coming back soon also.
Okay, then.
So Drew McIntyre is interviewed in the ring specifically, and he's asked whether he feels that it's going to be a more of a challenge for him tonight, given that he is in a triple threat match and therefore has 2 opponents to worry about. And Drew responds by asking, does a mountain lion worry when it spots 2 deer in the wild? No, of course not. That's extra food. But of course, Dolph and Finn are going to gang up on me. That's not going to make a difference because those boys are limited and the Scottish psychopath is limitless. That's a terrible Scottish accent. I apologize.
Scottish psychopath, huh?
Well, he's been calling himself that for months.
I didn't know that. Fair enough.
That's his nickname. He's a Scottish psychopath.
I'm surprised Dean Ambrose hasn't sued for gimmick infringement.
Oh, that came up when Ambrose first came back because remember Rollins was feuding with these 2 idiots. And when he came back, there was that whole shtick where they were all in the ring talking about how Rollins is out of whatever. And so Rollins came out. Rollins was like, well, you know what? I see them constantly outnumbered. Said, Dolph, I have this match against you for the Intercontinental title, and I said, I know that you're going to have the Scottish psychopath in your corner, so I figured why not have a lunatic in mine? That's when Ambrose came back from his extended hiatus.
Right, I remember that.
So there you go. Anyway, Dean's fine with that. He passed that gimmick along because his gimmick is now Bane.
Apparently. Life is a man's life, Mr. UPS man.
Pretty much. So McIntyre adds that once he disposes of Finn and Dolph tonight, he's going to go win the Royal Rumble and then fulfill his prophecy by main eventing WrestleMania.
It'd be interesting if Drew won the Royal Rumble.
I would be very okay with that. So we then have a triple threat match between Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, and Finn Balor.
All right, then.
This is a pretty good triple threat match.
I imagine with those three.
It is. Balor and Ziggler decide to team up briefly early on and try to get an advantage over Drew.
Mm-hmm.
This works briefly,
Mm-hmm.
and McIntyre gets clotheslined out to the floor. Following this, Dolph throws some right hands at Finn and then scrapes Finn's face across the top rope.
Okay, then.
Balor manages to come back with a drop kick, and then a sunset flip into a drop kick. And then a lariat to the floor. And Finn Balor decides he's going to go for a suicide dive on Ziggler, but as he comes off the opposite ropes, McIntyre grabs him by the foot, hauls him out of the ring, and throws him into the barricade. Dolph Ziggler comes charging around the corner and he gets a body slam to the apron for his effort. And McIntyre is still in control after a commercial break, beating up both men. Just keeping them both down. Ziggler tries to come back with some clawing to the face to escape a chin lock, but ends up getting body blowed and dumped out to the floor. Balor comes back in with a sunset flip, only gets a 2. Drew gets an elbow and gets the same. Does some stomping. Finn comes back with a few leg kicks. Ziggler goes back in with right hands. Goes for a super kick, but gets cut off with a headbutt that sends him flying out of the ring. Balor gets taken down with a front kick, and but as McIntyre is going for a power bomb, Balor slides out, drop kick, shotgun drop kick, goes up top, but nobody home on the coup de grace, and Dolph grabs Balor as he gets up with a zigzag. Balor catches Dolph's attempt at a super kick, but he instead takes a famouser. McIntyre catches a kick, however, and tosses Dolph around and hits him with the inverted Alabama slam.
Okay, then.
He then put the slam puts Ziggler into Finn, but he can't put him away. Finn Balor manages to get up and connect with a sling blade, some fancy evasion, and a gamagiri. He goes up to go up top and gets cut off. Ziggler looks for a big DDT, but Drew throws him off. Dolph manages to land a headbutt and a super kick, but as he's going for the pinfall, Finn breaks it up with a coup de grace.
Okay, then.
A lariat then sends McIntyre out to the floor. Ziggler reads a shotgun drop kick and a coup de grace for the loss.
Okay, then.
So Finn Balor with a win.
Wow. And a clean win.
And a clean win.
That's the shock.
Yeah.
Vince Claus must be happy with the demon.
I guess so. His name is McManta Claus. Get it right.
Fair enough.
So anyway, this is a specialty match.
Yes, it is.
So let's go right down the line here. Drew McIntyre is going to get 5 points for competing, and 3 for being in a specialty match is 8. He's going to get 3 moves is 11, and 9 total 3 reversals for another 9 is going to be 20 points to Drew McIntyre. And I'll put him at 32 points. Dolph Ziggler, meanwhile, is going to get the same 8 points for being in a specialty match. He's going to get 4 moves on top of that, which is going to be 12 points to Dolph Ziggler. Let's see, at 27. Finn Balor is going to get 20 points for winning this match. He's going to get 10 for winning a specialty match, is 30. The standard 8 for being in it is 38. And then another 11 moves is going to be 49 points to Finn Balor. And 59 puts him at 60 points even. And a top 10 slot. Let's see. Post-match, Drew grabs Dolph Ziggler by the jaw and begins yelling at him about how he's trying to save the place and there's not enough room for the both of them. All while the referee is yelling at him to back off. And Dolph answers this with a zigzag. That's actually one more move for Dolph then. So we have one more point. You're not responding to anything. What's going on?
I'm listening to you score.
Okay, normally you react as I do the things.
Hmm.
There's a brief recap by the tribute to the troops.
Mm-hmm. The show we didn't score.
Yep, and we cut to the back where we see that the B team are still shopping around their version of the 12 Days of Christmas.
Okay.
Bo Dallas knocks over a Christmas tree in frustration. Axel scolds him on this, and we go to break.
Come on, Bo. You just gotta leave.
Yeah. So Bo and Dallas get a promo. Sorry, Bo and Curtis get a promo, I should say.
Bo Curtis.
Yeah. So that's going to be 13 for Bo. And 10. No, that's Kurt Hawkins. I want Curtis Axel. Oh, and that's 13 for him. Okay.
Alrighty then.
Indeed. So meanwhile, we cut over to Mr. McManta Claus after commercial.
Okay.
And he greets us from a North Pole that he even admits looks stunningly like a set.
Okay then.
And he announces an assortment of announcements, including that John Cena will be back on both Raw and SmackDown. That WWE Women's Tag Team titles will be coming to the WWE sometime this year. And then next week on Raw, Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre will face each other in a New Year's Eve steel cage match.
Okay then.
That'll be happening tomorrow. Stay tuned. After getting frustrated with the stupid beard, Vince then takes the beard and hat off and asks the guys off camera if they've seen the movie Bad Santa.
I'm predicting it right now. The inaugural women's tag champs are either going to be the 4 horsewomen or the 4 horsewomen.
Okay.
You don't think so?
I can see it.
It's got to be one of them. That has to be the big feud, right?
Makes sense to me. Anyway, speaking of horsewomen, we go over to a women's tag team match playa, 6-woman, that features Alicia Fox, Dana Brooke, and Mickie James taking on the Boss and Hug Connection and Ember Moon.
Gotta say it right. Alicia Fox.
Okay, then.
I thought that was still a thing.
It's a thing, but Noam Dar isn't a joke anymore, so.
Yeah, he lost to Leo Rush.
Yeah, but it's Leo Rush. As much as I hate the guy, he's one of the most talented cruiserweights in the world.
Leo Rush, the guy that got cookies shoved in his face and eggnog dumped on his head by Elias.
Yes, when he's not on the cruiserweight show being a wrestler, instead being a shitty heel manager. Different strokes for different folks. I mean, hey, Drake Maverick is an amazing general manager. He does shitty piss jokes when he's managing AOP.
Fair enough. But have you seen what he has to work with?
Yeah.
They're not giving him much, like 205 Live.
That's why he should let Drew Gulak make 205 Live great again.
What I'm saying is he's doing great with 205 Live. He has a lot to work with there, but the AOP, he doesn't have much to work with.
Yeah.
And they're not letting him wrestle, so he kind of has to make piss jokes.
Fair enough. Anyway, so this match does not last all that long.
It's a shit match?
It's okay.
Piss break?
Yeah, kind of. Ember starts off and puts up a good fight against Mickie James. They have some back and forth exchanges of kick combos. And there is a near fall as Mickie comes off the ropes with a kick. Ember kips up and takes her down with a head scissors, and Alicia Fox gets tagged in. Moon then kicks her. Suicide dive on Mickie off the ropes. Throws Mickie back in for some reason. Alicia then runs Ember over and knocks her down. We throw to a break. Come back from the break, and apparently Ember's been held down during the break. Dana Brooke is now the legal woman. There's a mat slam and some corner moves. But now that we're back on camera, Dana loses all ability to be good, and Ember immediately comes back.
Okay, then.
She gets a 2 count off a handspring splash. Then grabs an arm drag. Dana knocks Sasha off the apron for some reason and then puts Ember in the corner. But she sidesteps the handspring elbow and Bayley gets a tag. Hugger comes in hot.
Is that your words or theirs?
Theirs.
You have to remember that. I like that.
Okay.
You don't like that?
That's not bad.
Hugger comes in hot. Come on. That's great.
So anyway, Saito suplex.
Okay.
And then clears the apron, some shoulder thrusts, a back roll. She does the tube-man, taunt maneuver, but gets cut off by a lariat. Mickey gets tagged back in. Hot shot and a tag to Sasha. Sasha hits the knees in the corner, then jumps up, hits the Meteora, but Alicia Fox breaks up a pinfall. Ember then hits Alicia with an eclipse out of nowhere. Sasha nails the lung blower, or goes for the lung blower, but Mickie James kicks her off. Bayley gets a tag. Sasha connects with the lung blower this time, aka a backstabber, into the Bayley to belly for the pinfall.
So the bank statement to belly suplex double team for the win?
Yeah.
Bank to belly. There you go. Banks to belly.
Whatever it is.
Banks to Bayley. There you go.
Anyway. So yes, that gets the victory for the face team.
I'm now dubbing it the Banks to Bayley suplex.
Works for me. Anyway. So we're just going to go down the line here because none of the heels had any moves as far as I could tell.
Mm-hmm. Except for apparently Dana. Because you mentioned she did her little handspring splash thing that she does.
No, I mentioned she tried to do that. I mentioned she tried to do the handspring.
I thought you said she hit with it.
Let's see. Kicks to mid, tagging James in. Kick to midsection, slamming face into the mat for a 2. Cover made for 2. Tag to Dana. Handspring splash. Okay, so I guess she hit it once and then Ember avoided it once. Fair enough. So the Dana will get 1 move and 5 for being in the match. Puts her at 18. Mickey and Alicia Fox will get 5 each for showing up. That's a sad thing to say about Mickie James. Future Hall of Famer Mickie James.
Yeah, well, she's kind of in that holding pattern of making other people look good.
Yeah. All right. So then what else? Let's go to the face team.
Mm-hmm.
Ember Moon is going to get 15 points for being on the winning team. 5 for competing is 20. That 1 evasion of the handspring is 23, and 3 other moves is 26 points to Ember.
All right, then.
All right, indeed. This becomes 46, becomes 47 points. Sasha Banks will get 15 for being on the winning team. 5 for competing is 20, and 3 moves is 23 to the boss.
Did you give her a move point for the lung blower?
I did.
Cool.
Just that's included in her 3 moves.
Fair enough. But that's the Meteora and something else.
Yeah, the Meteora and then the running double knee in the corner.
Fair.
So anyway, yeah. So Sasha, that's 15 to 23 to Sasha. Yeah, which is going to put her at 33, and a 9 is 42.
Ooh.
And Bayley will get 30 points for winning this match. No, 20. Sorry, not a pay-per-view. 20 points for winning the match. 5 for being in it is 25, and the Bayley to belly is 26 points to Bayley. Bayley. 26 and 26. This is going to put her at 52.
Ooh.
And a top 10 spot.
Woo.
All right.
That's okay. The next women's match is more than going to make up for it.
All right. Following the match, the Riot Squad hit the ring and assault the face team.
Fuck you!
And then dump them out of the ring for an early reminder of how the Royal Rumble works.
Okay, then.
So, assault points to all members of the Riot Squad.
Fair.
Who the hell's in the Riot Squad?
Liv Morgan.
Yep.
and
Okay.
Sarah Logan.
And that would be what's it? Let's put her at 9, and then Ruby herself. We'll get 4. That puts her at 16, and then Sarah Logan also at 9. Okay.
Then more promos.
Yes, indeed.
You do the promos. I'm gonna get more drink, so I'm ready to go for the rest of the show.
Okay then.
Because I have to talk for the rest of the show.
Okay. So we go to a commercial. We come back from the commercial to Paul Heyman.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And people who live in California.
Is that where they are?
That's what he said last week. Or was it this week?
Where
Was
are
he on the
they?
show last week? No, then it's this
so.
week. Then it's this week. Then yes, they're in California.
Fair. All right. So what does Paulus have to say?
Well, he sings a version of Silent Night rewritten to be about Braun Strowman's upcoming match against Brock Lesnar.
Silent Bell.
Yep. He then goes into his usual shtick, talking about how he got access to Braun's personal file, and tells a story about how he prayed that Santa Claus would bring him a replica title, and now here he is, a full-grown monster, and he doesn't want a replica. He wants the real deal at the expense of his client, Brock Lesnar. He says that he's going to shoot from the hip, and there's no way he's getting the title this year. He says that Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer couldn't find him a path to the Universal Championship.
Wow.
And all Strowman is going to get from Santa Claus is one big lump of coal. And at the Royal Rumble, Braun! Braun Strowman marches down to the ring.
With or without sling?
Without sling, but with heavy arm tape.
So he's kind of okay now.
Kind of, sort of.
Okay.
And Paul tries to, starts wishing him happy holidays, trying to get him to back off. Braun then pulls out a red nose and antlers and puts them on Paulus.
Okay.
He then calls him Paul Heyman, the red-nosed advocate.
Okay, then.
And he says he's got a message for him to take back to Brock, and that's that at the Royal Rumble, he'll be all healed up, and that Brock Lesnar is going to get these hands. So, promo to Paulus and Braun.
Rude Paul the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Or
Something
Rude Paul
like
the
that.
Red-Nosed Advocate?
Something like that. So 5 points to Paulus and 5 points to Braun.
Now the question is he actually going to be healed?
That is what they're predicting. Anyway. We get to the backstage area where an interview is conducted with Natalya in regards to our championship match tonight. She says that she expects nothing but the best from Ronda Rousey, and that Ronda expects the same from her. But nobody knows Rousey better than she does. 2018 was one of the most challenging years of Natty's life, but she's focused and ready now, and bringing the title home would be an amazing gift for her and her family. We go to a commercial break, and we come back from the commercial break to Alexa Bliss.
Merry Blissmas.
Okay, then.
You didn't see the promo.
No.
Yeah, at the end of it, she wishes everyone a Merry Blissmas. The promo was actually kind of funny.
Okay, then. Yeah, she asks Santa for a personality for Bailey, some humility for Sasha, and some good makeup for Ronda.
She said something about Natty, too, but I can't remember what she said.
Yeah, okay. That's not mentioned here. Yeah. What is mentioned is that we then go to Tyler Breeze.
Yep.
Who asks Santa for a speedy recovery for his friend Fandango. And also for some Ariana Grande tickets.
Well, you told me about this.
And then when somebody off camera points out that he can only have one thing, he says he'll take the tickets.
Cold, man. Cold.
So, promo to Alexa and Breeze.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's continue. We then go to the aforementioned women's championship match between Natalya and Ronda.
This match was fucking awesome. Did you see this match?
I saw none of Raw. I forgot it was on.
You need to go watch this match. Any doubters of Ronda Rousey need to go watch this match.
Okay.
Because how long has Ronda Rousey been in WWE now?
Since WrestleMania, so about 6 months, a little more.
She's better than 90% of the women's roster, and this match proves it. Like, holy shit. Like, technically speaking, she may not be quite as good, but because of her MMA background, she can kind of fake it.
Right.
Because she can do some legitimate stuff and make it look good, even though she doesn't know how to quote-unquote wrestle all that well.
Right.
But every other aspect of the shit people said that she wasn't going to be able to get the entertainment aspect, she gets better than the majority of the women's roster. And this match proves it.
True. I also give some credit to the other side because it's really easy to make a match look good when you're in the ring with a heart.
It is, but if you watch this match, you'll understand why I'm giving most of the props to Ronda. Because the thing is, Natty made Ronda look technically good in the ring. Ronda made herself look good in every other aspect.
Okay.
Because Natty can't make her ring presence look good. Natty can't make her storytelling look good. Only Ronda can do that.
That's fair.
Not to Natty, because Natty, of course, being Natalya, fucking sold the shit out of everything. But just, I mean, Ronda's ring presence, like this entire match, there was a story in the ring, and it was told beautifully. And the story was Natalya was the ring veteran. She's going in there for one purpose and one purpose only, and that's to get the title. Never mind that she's going up against a friend. She doesn't care. And Natty, to her credit, was fucking brilliant. Every time she did anything to quote-unquote hurt Ronda, she got up and grinned like a Cheshire cat.
Nice.
Like she was enjoying it. Whereas the entire match, and credit to the commentary team for actually doing their job for once, and this is why we keep what's her name? Dean's wife. Renee Young. That's why we keep Renee Young on the table, because they completely sold the entire story, and Ronda physically sold in the ring, which was the entire match. Ronda looked like she did not want to be there. She did not want to fight Natty, and she was holding back. And every once in a while, she'd do something just to keep offense up, because no way in hell was she going to lose the title. But she didn't want to fight Natty. Whereas Natty, like I said, every time she hurt Ronda, grinned like a goddamn Cheshire cat.
Right.
So there was a great back and forth storytelling in the ring, and there was great chemistry in the ring, and there was great technicality in the ring, because they did a lot of Natty tried to go for a lot of like submission moves, and this is smart. I don't know who choreographed the match, but this was brilliant, because what is the one thing an MMA fighter knows how to do and do well in a fight?
Take someone down to the mat?
Yes, but that's not what I'm thinking. Mole mentions this all the time. It's the chief number one complaint he has whenever submission wrestling happens.
Oh, that it doesn't look like it's actually locked in properly?
Well, there's that. I'm referring to countering. An MMA fighter knows how to properly and legitimately and realistically counter submission moves, because they are taught how to actually counter the submission moves.
Right.
So with Natty going on the offense and being Natalya being a heart, what's her offense chiefly consist of?
Submission holds.
Exactly. So she's going for submission holds, and Ronda is countering them like an MMA fighter.
Nice.
And it's brilliant. So it's making Ronda look really good, because she's doing shit that she wouldn't normally be doing as other people, because no one else knows how to do submission holds like Natalya. Not even close. So they're having this great back and forth. She's trying to slap in submission holds. Ronda's trying to slap in submission holds. Ronda's like kind of half-assedly doing this because she doesn't want to be there, to the point that at one point Ronda dumps Natty out of the ring, and she lands on the side of her neck.
Oh.
And Ronda like looks out, and she gets this look of, oh fuck, what did I just do? Cut to commercial. Come back, Natty's beating the shit out of Ronda in the ring, having taken advantage of Ronda being concerned about Natty. Again, great storytelling.
There you go.
And so they just keep having this back and forth of just technicality of submissions, counters, move, counter. Ronda pulling out moves we've never seen her do before, or I've never seen her do before. Like, she comes out of nowhere with a goddamn knee plus. Like, where did that come from?
I don't even know what that is.
Daniel Bryan's finishing move?
Oh.
Yeah. She came out, just jumps in the air, knees Natty in the face. I'm like, this shit?
Okay, then.
She's like, Natty, don't do this. Don't do this. And she's like, fine. Boom, knee to the face. It's like, shit. So, yeah, like, Ronda adding to her repertoire and showing shit because she knows Natty can take it. And plus, Natty's like her trainer, so she probably taught her how to do some of this stuff.
Yeah.
And they have this back and forth. Meanwhile, you have the commentary actually doing their job and selling the story of the match. Basically, you know, you have Corey Graves playing the heel saying, you know, Ronda should be, you know, she's supposed to be this badass. She should be focused on the match, on beating Natalya, blah, blah, blah. You have Renee Young and, to a degree, kind of Cole sitting here saying, look at her face, Corey. She doesn't want to do this. Natalya is her trainer and her friend. This is the last thing she wants because she's fighting with herself here.
Yeah.
And Corey's like, I don't care. You're in that ring for one reason and one reason only, blah, blah, blah. It was great. I'm like, what? Wait, what? They're commentating? They're doing their job? Holy shit. You know, like, and like, you know, Corey Graves, after coming back from commercial, chastising Ronda Rousey for taking her eye off the ball, saying, you should never show weakness like that. You shouldn't care if you hurt your opponent. That's what you're trying to do. Meanwhile, you have, you know, Cole and Renee out here saying, but that's her friend. Of course she's going to be concerned after being dumped on her neck. Sensitive ass.
Yeah.
It's great. I'm like, holy God, we got a commentary team, folks. Like, everyone was just doing their job. They were on point. This was like match of the year. This is so good. So they go back and forth. Ronda just not wanting any part of it. Natty just trying to fucking kill her friend, basically. Pulling out everything. Trying to go for a couple of sharpshooters, getting countered. Ronda goes for like 3 different arm bars, gets countered. Like, it was highly, highly competitive. It was so good. And the thing is, it was made this good even though Ronda wasn't trying. Like, the story is she's not trying, and she was this good. You're just like, wow. And then and you look at her face, she's selling that she doesn't want to be there. And she's selling the beating that Natalya's giving her too, which, again, credit to Ronda. She could actually physically sell, like, injury and stuff better than most of the roster.
Yeah.
And so it comes down to Ronda does her little hip toss thing, and she's like, you know, and she's got Natalya right where she wants her, and she's like, I don't want to do this, you know, just stay down, don't do this. And she's like, and she tries to go for it, but because she hesitates, Natalya kind of counters it, and they go at it some more, and Natalya just won't give up, and then at just one point, and you can see it on Ronda's face, Natty does something, and Ronda like counters out of it, and just kind of as she stands up, you see her face, and she's just like, fuck it, grabs her armbar, taps her out in 2 seconds. I'm done playing, bitch. She's like, this match is ending here. I'm done. And that's when she went into I'm going to try mode because I want this match to end.
Yeah.
It's great ring presence, great storytelling. Just a great match overall by 2 of the best in the business. And just anyone who doesn't like Ronda outside of Terminator Badass, I'm going to kill you mode needs to watch this match. Because this proves the fact that because Ronda Rousey has emotion in her face and can switch the emotions on and off and back and forth.
Yep.
That makes her a great asset in the ring because that allows for this kind of storytelling in the ring.
Yeah, it's true. It does.
It's a fucking fantastic match. And Ronda wins, retains a title, and, you know, they get up there kneeling in the ring, and Ronda's like checking on Natalya, make sure her arm's okay. Natalya's selling the, I just got fucking destroyed by Ronda Rousey's armbar. Yep. And they stand up and they embrace and they hug. Ronda takes the title. They hold each other's arms up, and everyone goes home happy for the holidays.
There you go.
Yep. Best match I've seen all year.
Fair enough.
You need to watch that match, Jim.
I will watch that.
All right, so scoring.
Yes.
Let's go to Natalya. All right.
Yep.
So 5 for being in the match, 9 for countering arm bars, 10 moves for a total of 24 moves to Natalya.
24 moves or 24 points?
24 points. Sorry. 24 points to Natalya. She did a lot of moves.
7, 8, 9, 9. That puts her at 91.
Most of them submission moves.
Fair enough.
And then we go to your Raw Women's Champion, Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
Yes.
So, 5 for being in the match, 20 for winning the match, 25 for retaining the Women's Championship, 9 for counters, 10 for moves, total of 69 points to Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
Okay, then.
By the way, this match instantly makes Natalya better than any other woman on the Raw roster for one reason.
Why is that?
Because she took both the Rowdy Buster and the armbar.
Nice.
Like Ronda usually doesn't have to like do moves. She just armbars and wins. Like fucking Natty took moves, including the signature move, the Rowdy Buster, Samoan drop thing.
She also took the Piper's Pit.
Is that what they're calling it?
Yeah, the other submission maneuver.
Which one?
Hang on.
The triangle choke?
Yeah.
I didn't know that had a name. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Ronda put on an MMA clinic in that ring on how to counter submission moves. It was a sight to behold.
Fair enough.
And just selling everything and just, oh my God. Like, I'm sorry, but you women superstars who have been there longer than Ronda, you could learn a thing or three from her, man. Holy shit.
Oh, sorry, no, let me correct myself. The Piper's Pit is that swinging Samoan drop.
Yeah, that's the Rowdy Buster. That's what they call it. That's what they call it in the game.
Well, it's now the Piper's Pit.
Fair enough. Whatever. But yeah, she took that and she took the arm bar. Not to mention, she countered 3 arm bars before taking the final arm bar.
Ouch. Fair enough.
So yeah, this was a great match for both, and just
cool.
Want to see that match again, but with Ronda actually trying, I think it'd be a fantastic match again.
Okay. So, moving along, we cut to Dean Ambrose in a dark room.
Yes, we do.
And he says that he wishes Seth Rollins luck in his match against Baron Corbin tonight. Or, well, not really. He wishes him what he deserves, the gullible fool that probably still believes it's Santa that he is. He says this year Dean got the gift that he deserved, and that was the Intercontinental Championship. And he can just imagine the lousy Christmas Santa's going to have if he loses tonight.
Mm-hmm.
We then have the trailer for the Page family movie Fighting With My Family, and then a commercial.
Okay.
Promo to Dean. We then come back from commercial where we get a vignette that Sami Zayn is returning soon.
Okay.
And we then have a one-on-one match between Heath Slater and Jinder Mahal.
This match was funny. Okay, so Heath comes out first in his "I got kids" with "I need this job" across his back t-shirt. And then the modern day Maharaja comes out with his booty boys.
I don't think he's the Maharaja anymore. I think he's the man of peace.
No, they called him the modern day Maharaja.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yep, JoJo literally called him the modern day Maharaja. And so he comes down with them, and they get in the ring. And the Singh brothers leave the ring. They just, because they're supposed to stand outside as managers. And ding, ding, ding. Match begins. And about 10 seconds into the match, we get Santa Claus come walking down through the crowd, doling out presents from his Santa sack. And that kind of, then Jinder turns around and is like, what is he doing here? Blah, blah, blah. And Corey Graves is like, time and place. And Renee and Cole are like, what do you mean time and place? This is Christmas Eve. Corey's like, no, there's a time and a place for Santa Claus, like a mall, not a WWE ring. What the hell? Again, the commentary actually doing their job. What the hell? And so he's doing that. Jinder Mahal turns around into a jumping leg lariat.
Nice.
Yes, Heath Slater mounted an offense. His one and only move for the match. And Jinder Mahal does manage to get a seated sleeper on Heath. But for the most part, it's just Jinder beating on him for a little bit.
Okay.
But after the jumping leg lariat thing, like, the Singh brothers are like, fuck this and fuck Santa, and just jump Heath in the ring.
Okay.
They're like, fuck this match, fuck Santa, fuck Heath, and just slide in the ring and beat his ass.
Okay.
And they're beating his ass, and they have him on the ground. And Santa runs out of presents, so decides to hop the barricade and slide in the ring.
Okay.
And he just kind of looks, he like stares down Mahal and his brothers, and he's just like, hold on a sec, hold on, it is Christmas, don't do this, kind of, take it easy. And Mahal and the Singh brothers just kind of don't know what to make of Santa. And then Santa just punches the Singh brothers, just knocks them both down, and like tosses them both, and like knocks Mahal down, tosses them both out the ring. He goes to check on Heath, and Heath just kind of looks up and grins. And then Santa starts backing into a corner and like points to the crowd and points to Mahal. And they're like, Santa, Santa, Santa. And he crouches down. And Mahal gets up. Gore! And Mahal gets gored right out of the ring. And Santa rips off the hat and the beard to show clean-shaven Rhino, which looks scary in his own right. Sorry, Rhino clean-shaven is kind of terrifying. So Rhino is back. Heath got his Christmas wish. Rhino has been rehired by the WWE.
Nice.
And Beauty and the Man Beast are once again a tag team, I think.
Nice.
So, let's go to Rhino Claws.
Okay.
6 for interference, 1 for the gore. Total of 7 points to Rhino Claws.
I'm going to make you a counterpoint.
Okay.
Due to the Singhs, the match was over by the time he jumped in the ring. It's not an interference.
I was talking about the interference of him showing up and Jinder Mahal turning around, looking at him, then turning around back into a jumping leg lariat.
All right, fair enough.
That's still technically interference.
Yeah. Well, the problem is we kind of took Rhino off the roster.
Well, he's back.
Okay, then.
Give him points. We'll give him to someone later.
He's going to go to me because I'm the one that's short somebody.
That's fair. You have Heath Slater, don't you?
And I have Heath Slater anyway, so.
Right, we'll give him points. We'll put him on your roster later.
Okay.
Unless you want to put him on now, if you just want to type your name in there.
Yeah, let me
under
just.
Rhino.
Well, let me just. I have to add a slot here for him.
Oh, you deleted him completely off the roster?
They said he was fired.
Oh.
Now, give me a second. We'll just do this. We're gonna hit the little tab button. The tab. With a Rhino. He's on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
He's active, apparently.
Apparently. At least for now. We'll see. We'll see come New Year's Eve.
He's going to be on the Big Dogs Club. And how many points did he have?
7.
7 points.
All right. So let's go to the Singh brothers.
So let's go ahead and put those back in alphabetical order real fast. Get them in there. Okay, Singh brothers.
They get 5 for accompaniment, 6 for interference, for a total of 11 points to the Singh brothers.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I amend points to Rhino. Add another 4 for a total of 11 points to Rhino. He gets 4 for assault.
Okay.
Because he beat up the Singh brothers and Jinder before goring Jinder.
That's true.
You got that?
11. Okay.
All right, and your winner by disqualification, Heath Slater.
Yes.
5 for being in the match, 1 for the jumping leg lariat, total of 6 points to Heath.
Cool.
Because he won by disqualification, so he gets no points.
Yep. Anyone? Okay. So. Well, we cut backstage, and the B team are still singing and are somehow on the 42nd day of Christmas.
Okay, then.
Flagging, Bo collapses, and then Curtis joins him, and they pass out, full of Christmas cheer.
Fair.
Promo again to Bo and Curtis. And then I gave Bo one too many points. Let's back that up at 17. Okay. Next up, we get a go to commercial. We come back to a recap of Mr. McMahon to Claus's announcements and other such things. We then come back to Seth Rollins, where he's interviewed. It says that life is about moving forward and that he's focused on putting Baron Corbin away once and for all. As for Dean Ambrose, he can try to take everything he wants from him, but he can't take his reputation or his heart.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so promo to Seth.
Seth freaking Rollins.
Yep. We then go to a commercial and get back to the commercial to Apollo Crews.
Okay.
Who asks Santa for a tank because he needs to flip it over and then moonsault over it.
Okay, then.
The Ascension, they get an opportunity, and they said that they wish to punish their opponents. And we find out that Victor is sad because he wants to do Secret Santa, but Connor says that's dumb because they would obviously know that it was each other.
Victor has a point.
Yeah. No, that was Connor.
Connor, whatever.
And we then get to Kurt Angle, who says that making sure that Baron Corbin didn't become the permanent general manager was all the gift he needed.
Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
Precisely. So, promos all around to Apollo Crews.
Yay.
18. And
Ascension.
promos to Connor.
But I actually get Ascension points? Holy shit.
And Victor.
Wow. Christmas came early for me. Woo!
And then
Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle, yep. Hey, don't forget, be okay with the Ascension because wait, what did he have? Yeah, 49. That's right. Okay, because the Ascension could get replaced soon.
Oh.
Well, they're calling up Heavy Machinery, and if Vince doesn't think that Otis Dozovic is funny, they're pretty much going to be the new Ascension.
Oh, well, I have Heavy Machinery too, so.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yep.
All right. Moving on.
Yes. We then go out to the ring for tonight's main event of Baron Corbin versus Seth Rollins.
This was a pretty good match. Renee Young with a heel turn out of nowhere? Because during this match, Renee Young keeps talking about how Dean Ambrose played Seth Rollins like a fiddle.
Ha!
Like, what? Where is this coming from? I know you're boning him, but come on. What the hell? Heel turn. And like, Corey Graves' face turned out of nowhere because Corey Graves is like all talking up Seth Rollins about like, how Seth Rollins needs to win this match as much as Baron Corbin does. Baron Corbin, and he's talking about Baron Corbin too because he's he and Cole are talking about Seth Rollins about how Dean Ambrose took the title from him, and so Seth Rollins needs this blah blah blah, and then Renee turns around and is like, yeah, but Dean played him like a fiddle. He used his emotions against him, blah blah blah. I'm like, wait, what? Okay. So role reversals. You all right?
Yeah, I hit my elbow. I'm okay.
Good job. So basically this match boiled down to Seth Rollins doing moves for days and Baron Corbin failing miserably.
Okay.
Yeah, Baron Corbin trying to be the big bruiser, doing not a whole lot of moves. Although he did have an impressive thing where Seth Rollins like Irish whips him and then like turns around, try to gain distance.
Yeah.
And Baron Corbin does a baseball slide under the ropes next to the turnbuckle, grabs the turnbuckle, swings around the turnbuckle, and slides back in the ring on the other side of the turnbuckle.
Okay.
And then pops up and then power clothesline Seth Rollins as he turns around.
Nice.
Kind of impressive. He tried to do that the second time, and Seth Rollins just was like, no, and just ducked the clothesline.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's a lot of power stuff. Baron Corbin does manage to hit a deep 6 on him. Hits a couple of power moves, but really Rollins moves for days, ends up winning. I mean, moves for days as in 2 jumping enziguris, 2 suicide dives, 3 kneeling super kicks, and a partridge in a pear tree. But yeah, eventually curb stomp 1, 2, 3. After Baron Corbin avoided 2 curb stomps, the third one just crushed his face into the mat. 1, 2, 3. Rollins wins.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it was a pretty good match.
Yeah. To Corbin's credit, he did manage to nail a deep 6 at a choke breaker.
I did say he nailed the deep 6.
Yep.
And he did nail the choke breaker, yes.
And the days got blocked, though.
The days did get blocked, yes.
Anyway. Points me.
Baron Corbin, who apparently still thinks he's the GM because he's coming out with a shirt and pants.
Okay.
So Baron Corbin, 5 points for being in the match, 4 for the main event, 9 for avoidance and counters, 4 for moves, total of 22 points to Baron Corbin.
That works out because that's going to put him at 32, and 8 is 40 points.
I also love how Corey Graves, in trying to talk up Baron Corbin, like talks about his accomplishments about, like Golden Glove boxing champion and this and that, former WWE champion, and he's like, and he mentions former Mr. Money in the Bank, and I love how he, conveniently doesn't mention, oh yeah, and he failed cashing that in.
Yep, of course.
Anyway, we have the architect, man, Seth freaking Rollins.
Yes.
So we have 9 for the main event.
Wait, the architect what?
Huh?
The architect what?
Is it the man?
No, he's not the man. Becky Lynch is the man.
Or I thought he was the man first.
He was.
Yeah, because wasn't fucking Roman Reigns the guy and he's the man?
Yeah, he was the man. Roman was the guy, and I think Dean was the dude.
Yeah.
Well, something like that.
We'll just call him the Kingslayer then.
Whatever works.
Anyway, so Seth, 9 for being in said match and main event. 25 for winning said match and main event. 9 for countering shit. And 11 for moves for days. For a total of 54 points to Seth freaking Rollins.
What's it been? 64? It's 69. That's a tie for main event position with Ronda Rousey right there.
Woo!
Tie for number 1.
Seth freaking Rollins.
Yep. Thus endeth Raw.
Indeed.
So let us go to the happy totals. Let me engage the data refresh. There we go. Let me scroll over here and put the appropriate dates in here. Indeed. Raw. 23, 18, and SDL. Well, SmackDown not live, but all right. Let's see where we're at.
Isn't it 24 and 25? Because wasn't.
Oh, you're right. Christmas Eve and Day. Yeah, you're right. What the hell am I talking about? There we go. Anyway, let's see what we got here. Okay, still in the lead at 867.
Thank you, Seth.
His extremely legit yes movement.
Thank you, Rollins.
Clap, 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 clap. Let's see. Followed in second place, still by me at 595.
Wow, even though Ronda retained.
Followed by the Rowdy Last Kickers at 505.
Yeah, Tiff's not catching you. You're getting a new title and main event win.
Okay. Let's go ahead and port these over.
I can close this down now. And on to the SmackDown Lives, which I have Tiff's scores for.
You do. And that's 505. Okay. Let me get up the SmackDown recap.
You do that.
We will go from there.
Bless you. All right.
Oh, okay.
Right.
That's a delayed bless you.
All right. So let's go to SmackDown Live.
Yes, indeed.
Christmas. Christmas.
Yes.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
I know. Hang on a minute. Let me flip the document over. Okay. So we open up the Christmas episode of SmackDown Not Live
Mm-hmm.
with Daniel Bryan informing everybody that there will be no more Santa Claus on Christmas.
Okay, then.
Because consumerism and global warming will eventually do him in.
Isn't that kind of hypocritical considering he has a new daughter?
Eh.
Like, the other stuff, okay, WWE get, but really, you're going to have new dad Daniel Bryan come out and say there's no Santa Claus? Are you fucking kidding me? It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
That's going a little too far.
However, luckily, the Daniel Bryan, the Grinch here, was not going to be allowed to own the opening of SmackDown on such a momentous occasion as Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And he is instead interrupted by Truthy Claus.
Mm-hmm.
You know this already.
I have the score sheet in front of me.
No, but it doesn't include promos.
No, but she literally has down, let's hear from Truthy Claus and Carmelfa.
Okay, fair enough.
So yes, I do in fact know that. Thank you very much.
Yes, and they tried to open with Christmas cheer, but the new Daniel Bryan was having none of this.
Did they actually call her Carmelfa?
Carmelfa.
Yeah.
So I guess Daniel Bryan actually interrupted them. I guess they were the openers and he interrupted them, apparently.
Okay.
And Truthy Claus and Carmelfa called a dance break. And then Truthy Claus got chop blocked during the middle of a dance break.
Oh, okay. Were they in the ring?
They were in the ring.
Okay.
Let me see here. I'm in the wrong place here. Let's see.
You're in the wrong place.
That was not technically the whole. Is what I want.
Come on.
There we go. I was on the wrong page. I'm on the right page.
You suck.
That was an extended discussion of that promo. My bad.
Okay.
All right. So Truthy Claus comes out. Says that he's been up all night delivering presents with Carmelfa's help. But on their way back to the North Pole, they had to stop at SmackDown to present as a present to themselves. And the reindeers were getting tired anyway. Dasher and Dancer and Jermaine and Tito and Little Michael and Randy and Samuel. And then he calls for a carol break.
Okay.
You know, because Christmas Carol.
Mm-hmm.
Say he has Christmas music, but get interrupted by Daniel Bryan.
Okay.
Who says that as the WWE champion, he accepts that instead of being with his family at Christmas, he has to be in this cesspool, but won't accept legitimizing the farce that is Truthy Claus. Because it may not be obvious, but this is not the real Santa Claus. And he calls the crowd and the Jolly Elves in the ring fickle before saying he's not here to talk about them. No, he's here to expose the real Santa Claus. He understands why we venerate him. He's the epitome of all our cheap material desires. But you know what that gets us? Over the last 40 years, that's cost us half the coral reef on the planet, made islands of misfit garbage in the oceans, and because we want more and more, we get more and more of these islands of trash. And you know what else it gets them? The glaciers melt, sea levels rise, and in 20 years, there'll be no North Pole and no Santa Claus. Truth calls Brian a little angry elf. And that gets Daniel Bryan to be pissed at him for treating it like a joke, since that's all his career is. Truth says that might be true, but he better watch out because Truthy Claus is going to Royal Rumble, and since they won the mixed match challenge, he'll be number 30, and maybe after he wins, he'll take the title from Bryan and be the last one laughing. If he's still the champion at Mania, that is. And Daniel Bryan counters and asks how Truth expects to win the Royal Rumble when he can't even count to 30. And R-Truth demonstrates that he can, in fact, count to 30 by doing so. But unfortunately, when he gets to number 7, he calls a dance break. Bryan attacks him mid-break with a chop block and then slams Truth's leg into the ring post repeatedly. Then chop blocks him when he tries to get up. Then leg picks him into a heel hook.
Okay, then.
Carmelfa then begs him to let it go, and he eventually does, but the damage is done.
Okay. Does Daniel Bryan have chop blocks as a move?
I don't know.
I know he's got the heel hook.
I leave Daniel Bryan expertise to you.
Okay. I leave Daniel Bryan expertise to the interwebs.
There's a double wrist clutch. Then R-Truth gets his fucking head kicked in and gets put back in a heel hook.
So he gets heel hooked twice?
Yes.
Well, that's at least 2 more points to D-Bry. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do.
Truth then lets go again, and Carmelfa checks on Truthy Claus while Mike Chioda does his best to keep Daniel Bryan away.
Fair. Let's see. All the way down to the moves. Daniel Bryan has.
So in the meantime, that's a promo to Truthy Claus and Carmelfa.
Yes, it is. Nope, I do not see chops, so I'll just give him points for the heel hook then.
Fair enough.
All right.
So Daniel Bryan is going to get
5 for the promo, 2 for the heel hooks, total of 7 points to D-Bry.
That's correct. 7, you said?
7. We go to our first match.
That puts him at 35. All right. And yes, we, following all this, go to the opening match of Andrade Cien Almas versus Mustafa Ali.
Yeah, so we have a note here from Tiff. So since you're the one with the recap, you will have to figure this out.
Okay.
It looked like there was 6 points to either Vega or Almas. Wasn't sure because the recap said it was Almas. Also, not even sure if it counts.
What points?
6 points.
Okay. For what?
I have no idea. Maybe we go through the recap and try to figure it out.
All right.
Because the points she has for Almas in here are for the match and for his moves.
All right.
I'm not sure what the 6 are for.
Yeah, I don't know.
If she was using the same recap you were, the recap said that Almas did whatever the 6 points was for.
Okay.
Well, let's go through the recap.
All right. So Almas starts off with a drop kick at some boots. Picks him up, then hits some chops in the ropes, and then a body slam off the ropes, and a single leg drop kick, then a back suplex. Almas then shoves him into the corner, hits some more chops, and Mustafa starts coming back with forearms. Cut off with a knee, whipped to the corner, and flips over Andrade on the charge. Off the ropes, he connects with a head scissor takeover and a back elbow, but Mike Chioda gets in the way for no particular reason, and Selena runs interference, so Almas can throw Ali off the top rope onto the floor and send us to a commercial.
So is that 6 points to Vega for interference?
Yep.
All right. So I will add that.
Back from commercial, Ali shoots in from the apron with a Rolling Thunder X Factor, gets a 2.
Hold it. She doesn't have that on here. I'm going to add that.
What?
The Rolling Thunder X Factor.
Okay, well, he hit it.
Rolling Thunder X Factor. Okay, I had 1 point for that. Keep going. Or not.
And then he picks up Almas, reverse waistlock. O'Connor roll gets denied. The back body drop gets scouted, and Mustafa manages to land a super kick that earns him a huge back elbow of CN's for a near fall.
Super kick. That's another move that he should have.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He picks up Ali in the corner, gets cut off with a drop kick. They jockey for position in the high rent district, and almost manages to hit a Tree of Woe double stomp, but it's not enough to put Ali away.
Mm-hmm.
Almost picks him up again, suplex lift, puts him up top for a chop, climbs up to join him, and they trade shots on high. CN wishes a Merry Christmas, but Ali fires up for a sunset flip powerbomb, but almost lands on his feet, goes for double knees, but nobody's home. Satellite DDT puts down Almas. Ali goes up top, 0-5-4, and a pinfall.
Fair. Yeah, I think the interference is probably what she was referring to.
Yeah.
I think she wasn't sure if it counted because the ref was down. It still counts. It's interference in the match.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Are you ready for points?
Go for it.
Zelina Vega. 11 points for accompaniment and interference.
All right.
Andrade Cien Almas.
Okay.
5 for being in the match. 3 for moves. 8 points to Andrade Cien Almas.
How many?
8.
Okay. 22.
And your winner, Mustafa Ali. 5 for being in the match. 20 for winning the match. Moves for days equals 32 points to Mustafa Ali.
Puts 32, puts at 40, puts up at 70 points, and the lead by 1 point.
Wow. Did not see that coming.
Yep.
Then we cut to Samoa Joe.
Yep. Well, the Usos make their entrance before the break, but
Okay.
then we go to commercial, then come back, and Samoa Joe gets a backstage promo, and he asks Jeff Hardy how it's going. It says it's always nice to create new memories and make up for ones you destroyed, but he's glad to meet him in the ring since he's concerned about him, saying last week that he saw a look in his eye that suggested a man seeking a new place to park his desires, and he thinks he's figured out and he's Hardy's new addiction. But after Joe's done with him, slowly everything will fade away for his own good.
Okay, then.
Oh, it's a promo to Joe. Next, the New Day make their entrance in appropriate holiday gear.
Yeah.
And apparently Big E as Sexy Santa was oiling himself up on their way over to the commentary desk.
Okay.
They have their special holiday-themed commentary desk that is decked out with Christmas wreaths and other such things.
Okay.
And they are here to observe the following fatal four-way tag team match, which features Santa. I thought it was a four-way. It's a combination of teams. My bad. It's an 8-man tag match.
Okay.
And it features Sanity and the Bar taking on the Club and the Usos.
And the faces win despite the heels having a one-man advantage.
Yeah, well, the one man wasn't a legal man, so.
Yeah.
In all fairness, they sent in the two that weren't Eric Young, so.
Eric Young still had an interference.
Yeah.
So, the match.
Yep, let's see here. Starts off with Sheamus and Anderson. Celtic Warrior has control for a while. Tags in Jey Uso. Jey Uso hits the tribute to Rikishi with the running hit in the corner, but doesn't even get a 1 count off it. Tags up to Jimmy. Diving axe head over Cesaro, cuts him off. Tags Alexander Wolf in. Corner smash. Tag to Killian Dane for a boot. Dane goes for a slam, but Uso manages to float over. Fires off some chops and then a back elbow. Eric Young runs interference. Dane freight trades Jimmy with a crossbody, and we go to break.
Okay.
We come back for commercial. Dane in control. Neck crank. Jimmy gets to his feet on axe handles. Killian bowls him over again, maintaining control. Tag to Wolf. They beat Slut Jimmy Uso for a while.
Okay.
There's a front chancery. Sheamus gets a tag and goes for the beats of the Bodhrán, and then follows it up with a reverse chin lock.
It's pronounced Balran.
Whatever.
The D is silent.
Okay, Bodhrán, whatever. Let's say there's he wrenches the chin lock, but then there's a stunt.
Does he actually hit the beats of the Balran?
Yes.
Huh. She didn't give him points for that.
Give him points for that. A point for that, anyway.
Points given. Continue.
Anyway, wrenching it in, Uso manages to hit a stunner to counter, but the Celtic Warrior clears off the apron, so he has nobody to tag.
Okay.
He goes for a boot or possibly a just as catch the boot. I don't know if it was an actual boot or if it was a fucking bro kick, but either way, his foot gets caught.
Okay.
Resulting in a 540 roundhouse kick, and then a tag to Cesaro, and he clears the apron himself. Jimmy then hits a Samoan drop. Gallows is still standing, as is Alexander Wolf. Tags are made to both men. Big Hoot runs Alexander over with lariats and a big boot. Slicing right for Dane on the apron into a pump handle slam, but Killian breaks it up. Anderson with a neck breaker. Match breaks down and goes crazy. Sheamus tags in, knee strike. Cesaro tags in, spike white noise, but the Usos break it up. Then start dishing out super kicks to everybody.
What do you mean to everybody?
It's exactly how it's written.
Because she's only got one super kick. Should they have more?
Super kicks for everybody.
So should I just give like 2 super kicks apiece then to the Usos?
I would. Bro kick takes one Uso out, but then Sheamus eats a super kick for the other Uso. That would be the one. Then there is a Swiss death.
Okay, what is that?
I'm assuming that's a Cesaro move.
Is that the uppercut?
Probably. I don't know.
I'm going to assume it's the uppercut. So with the super kicks for everyone, do I give more super kick points or not? That's the question.
Yes, 2 to each Uso.
2 to each. So who got the third one that hit Cesaro?
Doesn't say. Just as bro kick takes out one Uso, Sheamus eats super kick from the other one.
Okay, so I'll just randomly give one.
Fair enough. Uso. Swiss death. Then a super kick from Luke Gallows. Somehow.
Okay, does he have a super kick?
Might have been more of a big boot. I don't know.
All right, I'll just give him another big boot point. That works.
And then the match ends with a magic killer.
Fair. All right.
Club and Usos win by pinfall.
I'm disappointed Sanity did not do more moves, but okay.
Yeah.
So let's go to the points. Let's go to the New Day.
Okay, I'll start with Xavier because I'm at the bottom already.
5 points apiece for having a spiffy table.
It was spiffy.
All right, let's go to the losers. Let's go to Sanity.
Okay.
Eric Young gets 11 points for accompaniment and distraction.
Puts him at 21.
Just hilarious. He has the most points of the team.
Yep.
We have Alexander Wolf, who has 6 points for being in the match and doing a move. We have Killian Dane, 7 points for being in the match and doing 2 moves.
Yep. 7.
7.
Okay.
We have Dabar.
Okay.
We have Cesaro.
Hang on. Before you go any further,
Mhm.
Fatal 4-Way Tag Match, specialty.
No, it was an 8-man tag match.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. I'll shut up. I keep forgetting.
I guess we could consider 8-man specialty, I suppose, but
No, we don't over consider a 6-man. I won't consider an 8-man.
okay. So Cesaro,
Yes.
7 points. Thank you for coming.
Oh, that's Chad Gable. What's Cesaro? There we go. 7 is going to be 11. Okay.
Sheamus.
Sheamus.
He gets 9 points because he does slightly more moves.
Puts him at 13.
All right, to our winners. Who's?
Oh.
All right, we'll go to Jay first.
Okay.
He gets 22 points for super kicking for days and helping win the match.
All right, so 22 would be 32, and an 8 is 40 points.
All right. And his brother, Gemma.
Yes.
He gets 27 points because he actually did moves.
Puts him at 47.
All right. We have Big Luke Gallows. 25 points for helping win and do moves. Got that?
Oh, did he not get the pinfall?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Hot Asian wife got the pinfall.
Fair enough. Anyway, how many points did Luke get?
25.
Becomes 35, and 7 is 42.
And Carl Anderson.
Yes.
28 points for pinning off the Magic Killer.
Becomes 38, and 6 is 44. All right.
Cool. And now, have you wondered where all the cruiserweights were? Because now we're going to find out.
Mustafa Ali runs into Brian Kendrick, Akira Tozawa, and Cedric Alexander backstage, all of whom congratulate him. He then runs into Shelton Benjamin, who officially welcomes him to the SmackDown roster. And then Daniel Bryan blindsides Mustafa with a forearm to the back of the head.
And the rest of them don't beat up Daniel Bryan for it?
The Cruiserweights pull Bryan off as he beats Ali down, but he goes in for a second round and yells at Ali about how he doesn't belong here and should go back to where he came from.
Right, so she gave 3 points minis all around and 4 to Bryan for the assault.
Okay.
I guess if Bryan actually said stuff to him, I guess he would get, mini promo points for actually saying stuff too?
That's just no, it's just part of an assault. It doesn't count.
Okay.
So 3 to Akira. 3 to Brian Kendrick. Yep.
The Brian Kendrick.
72.
Cedric Alexander.
Yep. 8. Shelton.
And you get Shelty points.
I do. And Shelty actually said something because he welcomed him, so he gets a full promo.
Fair. And Mustafa.
Oh, yeah.
Because they all talk to him.
Yeah. Did he say anything back to them?
No, that's why he got 3 points.
Okay.
Of course not. He got punched in the face. You think he had time to say anything?
No, technically, he got forearmed to the back of the head, but...
Close enough.
So, go to a commercial.
And then, did you give Daniel Bryan his 4 points for assault?
All right, fine.
Daniel Bryan. And then we get more promos. Continue.
Yes, we go to the ring for Miz TV. The Holiday Edition.
With your guest, one half of the greatest superstar in the world.
No, 1/3.
1/3?
1/3.
Who's the third?
There isn't. Miz is 2/3 best in the world. Shane is 1/3 best in the world because Miz won 2 out of the 3 matches in the tournament. Shane won 1.
That's fair.
At least that's how Miz would explain it to you if you asked him.
Again, that's fair.
So anyway, it's decked out for the Christmas-themed episode.
Yep.
And the trophy is in the ring in a position of honor with a Santa hat on it.
Okay.
Miz introduces his tag team partner and fellow best of the world, Shane. And Shane comes out, and Miz asks him if he saw his tag match last week. And he says that he did, but that's not why he's here. Miz asks him to talk about the changes they've brought to SmackDown, and Shane says the McMahons aren't the point here. The point is they're listening to the people now. The people want new superstars, new matchups, and opportunities, and all that's coming or is here already, and we have a part in shaping that narrative. And Miz adds that they didn't have to suffer under Baron Corbin because they had Paige. But his train of thought gets derailed by a question. He thinks better of asking it, but Shane tells him to go ahead, and so he points out that with 4 McMahons, Shane has time to explore his other talents, like forming the best tag team in the world. Shane says that's not why he's here, but Miz talks up his success last week and asks Shane if he'll do it, and he demurs at first, and so Miz opens up about why he wants to tag. He says it's not about him, it's about his dad. He's been in WWE over a decade, he's got a Grand Slam, all these titles, and he's never ever heard his dad say that he's proud of him, not even when he main evented WrestleMania and retained the WWE title against John Cena. All his dad said was that he should thank The Rock for helping him. Every accomplishment, he asks if it'll be enough for his dad, but the answer is always no. Until WWE World Cup. His dad came to him and talked about Shane McMahon after that, and Miz says he didn't get it, and his dad said Shane has no fear and fights for what he believes in, and said if they tagged, they'd be the best in the world. For the first time in his life, Miz thought that he broke through to his dad, and he knew he had to set out to make that team a reality, and cut himself off saying that he knows Shane has more important things to do, and he's sorry that he brought him into it. But he said that the new WWE is about putting opportunity in the hands of WWE Universe, and that means the decision is theirs to make. So Miz pulls the crowd, and they're into it. And Shane says that everything he just said resonated with him, and it was heavy. And so he stands up, faces Miz man to man, and tells him that he better not screw him, or there'll be major consequences. But he's going to try it.
All right.
So they hug each other, they hold up the trophy together, and after putting the trophy back down, the Miz turns to the crowd and says that he wasn't going to do this, but the hell with it. He invented it, and he does the yes fingers.
Well, he's trying to usurp the yes movement?
Apparently.
Oh, God. Wow. Okay, then.
So that's a promo to Miz and Shane O.
Shane O'Mac. In-ring talent.
Yep. And Dummies. 36. All right.
Rusev Day.
Yes, Rusev a lot to get a backstage promo where Rusev reveals that it's his birthday.
Hey, we have a slight problem.
What?
Tiff has Shane, you have the Miz.
We'll deal with that later.
All right, I thought I'd mention it.
Fair enough.
Don't kill yourself over it.
I'm okay. Anyway, Rusev says it's his birthday and that he wants to celebrate by giving us a handsome United States champion when he beats Shinsuke Nakamura later. He says it won't just be Christmas or his birthday. It'll be the most complete Rusev Day.
No, it won't, because we don't have it in English.
Yeah, well. He got kicked out of being Rusev Day.
That makes me sad.
I know. But according to Aiden English's Twitter, he apparently was in hashtag WWE Chicago Live.
Okay, then.
Rusev Day.
Yep.
Promo to Rusev Day.
Yep. Well, mini to Lana because, quote, the Tiff, think she just stood there.
Fair enough. Tiff.
Tiff.
All right. So we go to a commercial, we come back to the commercial, and we have ourselves a match between Jeff Hardy and Samoa Joe.
Right.
There's some back and forths. Jeff ducks a forearm and starts firing back until the referee pulls him off of Joe in the corner. There's a forearm and some shoulder thrusts, some delete hand motions, and then Joe... The hell?
That was me standing up. Ow, my back. Sitting down too long. Sorry. I had to
That's what you
stretch.
get, you crotchety old fuck.
Yeah, well. Anyway, continue.
Sure.
Just stretching.
Yeah, you're just right. Anyway, so Samoa Joe scrapes Jeff's face across the top rope. Some right hands and an elbow. Jeff blocks a punch. Joe catches a kick. Then Jeff does the mule kick and then a Hardiac arrest. Gets a 2.
A what?
The Hardiac arrest.
The fuck is that?
Oh, you don't know that one?
I do not know that one. The fuck is that?
The Hardiac arrest. It's the what the fuck is it?
I'm assuming it's a signature move of his, so I'm going to add that since he named it after himself.
It is. I'm trying to remember exactly what the hell the freaking I'm trying to remember which move he gave that name to.
Okay.
Let me see what that is. Hang on. Engage this video. Oh, okay. So the Hardiac arrest is that move he does where he knocks a guy to a sitting position in the corner, and then he runs and pops himself up and then double drop kicks the dude in the chest.
Okay, then. Fair.
He's done that move for a while. You know, the guy said he runs and then he jumps and uses his arms on the ropes to push himself up and then drops down into a double drop kick into the chest.
Oh, the one in the corner.
Yeah, the corner move.
He's calling that the Hardiac arrest. Okay, then.
Well, it's a double drop kick that basically hits the guy in the heart.
True.
Hardiac arrest.
Okay, then.
I don't know if he's ever outright called it that in the WWE, but that is what he calls it.
Fair.
Well, Hardiac arrest. All right. Anyway, some clubbing blows. Hardy comes off the ropes, and Joe freight trains him and takes control for a while. Throw to a commercial, and we come back, and Jeff is retaking control. Some boots to Joe in the corner. Whip reverse, back elbow in Zaguri. Joe smashes his face in the turnbuckle. Knee lifts into a Cobra twist.
What the hell's a Cobra twist?
I don't know.
I'm going to add that to Joe's move list because that sounds like a signature move.
Probably.
Cobra twist.
Yeah.
Hang on. That. Learn how to type.
Cobra twist.
That and that's that. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what that move is, but fair enough.
Fair enough. Continue.
Anyway. So, he digs the point of his elbow into Jeff's ribs before transitioning into a cradle.
Okay.
Falling axe handle picks Jeff up, snapmare into a neck crank. Jeff fights out with back elbows, reverses a whip, lariat, Manhattan drop to the double leg, drop to the midsection. To the basement drop kick, 2 just a near fall. More deletes. Midsection kick, twist of fate gets blocked, but an elbow sets up a whisper in the wind.
Okay.
No pinfall, kick to the gut, twist of fate connects. Jeff Hardy takes his shirt off, goes up top, but Joe rolls out of the ring. Jeff goes out, hits a slingshot drop kick, followed with a diving lariat off the apron.
Okay.
The referee yells at Jeff to stop while he hammers Joe with knees against the barricade. Jeff Hardy refuses to stop kneeing Joe against the barricade, and so Jeff Hardy gets disqualified.
Okay, then. So is that an intentional disqualification loss?
I think so. The recapper says the match goes to a double countout, presumably, although no finish is announced because why bother? But I think it's a Jeff Hardy's disqualified for refusing to stop assaulting Joe.
Well, let's go to WWE and see what they say.
Yeah, go check it out. Let me know.
Shows.
Following the match, Jeff puts Samoa Joe over an announce table, but Samoa Joe recovers and chokes Jeff out with a coquina clutch.
It says Samoa Joe defeats Jeff Hardy via disqualification.
Okay, so Jeff got intentionally disqualified.
God damn it. Really? -4. Fuck you.
Yep.
That sucks.
So, what are the points?
So, Joe gets 9 points for showing up. And for assaulting Jeff after the match.
And 1 for a coquina clutch.
That includes the coquina clutch.
Okay. 19. And Jeff.
He gets 10 for being an ass.
Okay.
Costing me points, Jeff. What the fuck?
Fair enough. Rolling along.
Mm-hmm.
We then come back to Shinsuke Nakamura.
The United States of Nakamerica for the last time.
Yep. Yeah. Rusev has been naughty this year, so all you're going to get for Christmas is a knee to the face. Promo to Shinsuke.
Yes.
We go to a commercial. We come back from the commercial, and we are informed that the New Day will be having a New Year's celebration next week on SmackDown. And John Cena will be here.
Yes, he will.
All right. Good times. So then we cut to the backstage area where we see the Usos. And they talk about how they have SmackDown on lock.
Mm-hmm.
And the Usos run into Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, a.k.a. not Absolution.
Mm-hmm.
And Mandy points out that the 4 of them are all standing under mistletoe.
Mm-hmm.
And Naomi rolls in ready to beat some ass. And Jimmy holds her back and they run off. And then Jimmy lets her go and reassures her that she doesn't have to worry, that she does not have to worry before bringing her in for a kiss under the mistletoe.
And Jay gets a twofer?
Maybe. So, yeah, promo to the Usos and Mandy and Sonya and Naomi.
Well, she's technically an Uso. She's married to one of them.
Yep. Fair. So that's going to be a 5, and a 5 is 3. That's going to be 52.
You did it backwards.
I caught
Thank you. Oh, you almost cut my points in half, you bitch. Fuck you.
Naomi. And then, let's see. Mandy Rose. And Sonya Deville. Sonya Deville. There we go. Okay. Following all this, we go back to the ring for our main event match of Rusev versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the WWE United States Championship.
Rusev kicked Shinsuke's ass in a squash match.
Okay, then.
Oh, I'm just looking at it, and Rusev has like twice the moves that Shinsuke does, so I'm assuming it was a squash match.
Well, let's see here. Test of strength. Nakamura backs into the ropes and suffocates Rusev in the corner. Breaks it with his head on his belly in imitable style. Forearm, shoulder thrust. Rusev comes out hot, but only gets one out of it. Whip to the corner, repeated lariat, scoop, but Shinsuke counters, triangle choke, and Rusev scrambles out of the hold. We go to commercial. Come back with Nakamura in control, bit of good vibrations. Then a cravate, taking Rusev to one knee. Transition to a snapmare, but Rusev rolls away from the knee drop and lands a straight suplex. Then another one, then a back suplex, but only gets two out of it. Stomps to the shoulder, shoulder thrusts. The ref backs him off, whip across the sidestep, kick to the back of the head. Sets up Nakamura's rope-hung knee lift in the corner for a near fall. More chest kicks from the champion. Rusev staggers into the ropes, so he chokes him on them until Ayers pulls him off. Right hands, whip, knee lift. Shinsuke puts the boots to him and chokes him on the apron until he's again admonished by the referee. Grabbing a headlock, he forces Rusev to one knee, but reverses to a cravate and lands a few headbutts till Nakamura gets a flying armbar. Transition to the triangle choke, and Rusev pins him for a 2. Passed to the apron on the charge. Right hand looking for a suplex to the floor. Shinsuke blocks. Kick him off into the floor. Commercial. Come back. Nakamura in control with savage knees to the side of the head. Disdainful kicks after a near fall. Front chancery. Knee lift. Rusev on the mat. Posts to his feet and escapes with a gore buster. Grabbing his throat and catching his breath. Only been met with chest kicks. Rusev catches a kick. Lariat. Another lariat. Stinger splash. Knees caught up in the ropes though. Fall away slam. Off the ropes. Beautiful Shinjiro Otani.
Okay.
Spinning wheel kick. Nope. Fired up Nakamura floats over the slam. Gets caught in an alarm clock and a roundhouse kick. Shinsuke rolls to the floor. Rusev follows up. Throws him into the barricade. Then the timekeeper's area. Up on the apron, Nakamura manages to float around and knee him in the head. Throws him into some steps. Smashing his face into the announce desk. Then setting him up face down on the apron for the guillotine knee drop on the back of the neck. Rusev is staggered, gets to his feet. Nakamura with a diving Kinshasa. Waits for Rusev to rise, and Rusev hits him with a Machka kick. Stomp to the back. Accolade gets denied. Nakamura has a triangle choke locked in. Rusev counters with punches to the head. He flags but does not fall and manages to lift Shinsuke into a counter powerbomb. Picks himself up again using the ropes. Charges him but gets sidestepped and hits the post. There's a Kinshasa to the back of the head, but not enough to put him down. Shinsuke waits up for another one, but there's a sidestep. Super kick, but Rusev shrugs it off. Drops him with a lariat. Machka kick, and Rusev gets the win and a shiny new title.
Do me a favor.
Yep.
I need you to score Shinsuke's moves, because I think she missed a bunch, but I could be wrong.
Fuck's sake.
As you were reading off, I'm like, wait a minute. Because she's got a headlock on here, a running knee, and a running kick. And then escaping the accolade. That's all she's got for Shinsuke. So I think she missed a bunch.
Well, let's see. I'm going to stuff that's generally named. I got the good vibrations.
Mm-hmm.
Snapmare, suplexes. I don't know what that is. Boots, chokes. Rope hung knee lift.
Yeah.
Flying armbar.
Okay.
There's a front chancery. I don't know if that's a move or not.
Well, that's 4. Okay.
This is the ropes. The Shinjiro Otani.
Okay, that's 5.
Who's apparently coming to America for WrestleMania weekend, by the way, to face Jonathan Gresham at Nova Pro.
Okay.
Barricade, stabs, diving Kinshasa.
That's 6.
Triangle choke.
7.
Kinshasa to the back of the head.
8. Is that it?
There's also a super kick.
9.
9.
Plus 9 for moves. Okay. That'll give me a total of... well, since we're doing it, Shinsuke Nakamura. Total of 24 points.
All right. $34 for Shinsuke. All right.
Rusev giving him immediately the number 1 spot just off
Okay.
this match alone. 85 points to Rusev.
95 total on the number 1 spot.
Fuck you.
Rusev Machka.
Fuck you. And
So
5 to Lana for accompaniment.
Yes. Okay.
And to end the evening, we have one more thing.
Yes, on this most Rusev of days. We go backstage to
AJ Styles built.
Yes, AJ Styles walks into Vince's office and introduces himself, listing off his credentials. Vince points out that if this is the house that AJ Styles built, why isn't he or Daniel Bryan competing tonight, and instead Bryan is raising hell in the hallway? He says he wants to know who the real AJ Styles is. I've seen superstars come and go and become complacent, and I know that's not you. He says that Styles has a black hole in his heart, and if he can't control that, nobody knows what will happen, but he wants to see it. Because if he harnesses all that and brutalizes the locker room, terrorizes anyone who steps in front of him in the square circle, and there's an animal in it begging to get out, eating him alive, he wants to see that so bad he slaps AJ in the face. Styles then hits McMahon in the face with a forearm and screams in his face. Road agent Jamie Noble and plainclothes referee John Cone roll up and peel him away, followed by more refs. They then check on Vince, but Vince is happy with the results and says he's good as he lies on the floor in something approaching ecstasy.
So AJ elbowed him into orgasm?
I'm not the recapper. I just read it.
Okay, then. So AJ gets 5 for a promo, and she's got 4 for assault, but I think it's only 1 move, right?
No, because it's a forearm to the face, and then he's on him, hitting him, and they have to pull him off.
Okay, so it is for assault. So 9 points to AJ Styles.
Yes. All right, so it's 3, puts him at 46. All right.
And
let's go to the
that is WWE for Christmas week.
Yeah, let's go to the totals. Refresher. All right, in the lead is still Jeff at 1,088.
Well, I wouldn't know because you haven't scrolled down.
Extremely legit yes movement. Yes, it did.
Not on my screen. Okay, now it did. Wow, that took forever. Okay.
Yeah, 1,088. Followed in second place by the Big Dogs Club at 721. Followed in third by the Rowdy Last Kickers at 599.
Damn, son. How the hell did... Okay. That boggles my mind. I did, like, nothing on SmackDown except, like, 1 match. Well, I guess I had 2 match wins, didn't I? Never mind.
Yeah.
I was to say, how did I get that many points? But no, I won 2 matches. But you got the main event.
Yeah, because you had a lot of the guys in that tag match.
Yeah, Mustafa Ali.
Yeah, Mustafa Ali. You have Jeff Hardy who competed even if he didn't win.
Yeah, and Samoa Joe. So I guess
And
most
Joe.
of it was me, huh?
Yeah, you got quite a bit. And the AJ promo.
Fair. All right.
So there we have it. Let's check the leaderboards. All right, top of the leaderboards is your new U.S. champion, Rusev, 95 points. Right behind him is Natalya with 91 points off that great women's title match, even if she didn't win.
Mm-hmm.
Mustafa Ali is clocking in at 73, taking third place, followed by the Brian Kendrick, a point behind at 72.
Despite doing nothing this week, except showing up.
Yeah, Ronda Rousey, the Raw Women's Champion's taking the number 5 spot at 69, and she's tied with Seth freaking Rollins, the Intercontinental Champion.
All right.
68 points, 1 point behind them is Elias. Followed by the SmackDown Women's Champion, Asuka, at 64 points.
Who also did nothing this week.
Finn Balor coming in at 60 points. And rounding out the top 10 is Chad Gable with 57 points. And if we're discounting that tie between Ronda and Seth, then also in the top 10 is the... I addressed Seth as the Intercontinental Champion. Former Intercontinental Champion. I apologize. If we're counting the 69 as one spot, then the current Intercontinental Champion Dean Ambrose at 56 would also be in the top 10.
Yep, this is shaping up to be wild and woolly, folks.
Oh, yeah. You know it. I know it.
And poor Tiff with still only one person in the top 10, unless you count Dean.
Yep.
I feel bad.
I also feel bad. All right.
But she's probably going to get the Universal Championship, so that'll probably help her out a lot.
Yeah, most likely.
Unless he's still too injured, in which case everybody's fucked.
Yep. But fair enough. Let's go ahead and turn this off. All right, folks. This has been another Fantasy Log. Stay tuned because next week it'll be January, and there will likely be a renaming of this program. It should be around the same time on Saturday night, so stay tuned. And we will see you then, folks. Jeff, thanks for being here.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you then.